Hey, Kendra here with the Confident Single Life Coaching. I'm here eating my food, and I had a thought process come over me that I wanted to share with you all. I would like to give you all just 3 things that I've learned to do that have assisted me with pursuing my goals. And I use the word pursuing because when I would have a goal in mind that just seemed really big and overwhelming, I would not want to do anything with it, because as soon as I started thinking about all that it would entail, I would just say, you know what, forget it. I don't have time to be doing all this. I'd rather not think about everything I would need to do with this goal because it would give me a headache. Not literally, but it would just be a lot to think about at one time, and I just didn't want to think about it. So the first thing that I want to tell you about accomplishing a goal so that it won't be overwhelming for you, if you're anything like me, I just think about the end result. That's what I want. I just want to get there. I have a vision in mind. I have a desire in mind, or in my heart. I just want to get there. I just want to get there. I don't got time for all the in between. I'm like I was the microwave person. I just wanted it to be on 60 seconds and come out, bing, here it is. So what I want to encourage you to do is to take the goal one step at a time. That sounds so simple and cliche, but that's what I really seen to work for me. I would write down one thing I want to accomplish on that particular day. It could be the smallest thing, but the smallest thing would make a difference, because it would have been more than I would have done. Sorry, it's still more than what I didn't do yesterday. You know what I mean? That one small thing. Then when you do one small thing, at least it's something else. When you do that, it gives you desire to do something else. So it's like you're just kind of piggybacking off of what you did before, and it helps you to have. It's like you're encouraging yourself, because you're like, wow, doing that wasn't so bad. It was just one thing that I got done today, but I got something done out of my, I got something done with the goal I want to accomplish. So it just makes you feel good. Just take it one step at a time. You do one thing, you're going to see like, wow, I can really do this. You're going to start learning more about yourself. You're going to start just seeing that you can do it. And you won't know what you can do until you actually start. And remember, it's not going to happen overnight. You have to start somewhere, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with knowing that you have to start somewhere. For me, I was not okay with knowing that I had to start somewhere. I didn't want to start somewhere. I wanted to get there. Okay, I'm trying to get there, and that's just so lazy, to really think that things don't have to be worked on, that you don't have to be consistent, that you don't have to do anything, that it'll just boom happen. I'd want that overnight success, but that's not, for me, that's not gonna happen. Okay, a lot of things that I want to do, it's gonna take time, it's going to take effort, and it's going to take consistency, which leads me to my next point, is to be consistent. I'm learning that now, of how important it is to be consistent. Okay, that was my problem. I would do one thing, didn't see the result that I wanted, so I would kind of step back, fall back, or not do it again. But you have to keep going. So be consistent, and the way that you'll be consistent is when you realize that's not going to happen overnight, and when you take a step. That's what's going to lead you to being consistent, is that you take one step at a time, and as you're doing that, you're realizing or coming to terms with the fact that it's not going to happen overnight. So I got to keep pushing, keep persevering. I'm going to keep, doing what I need to do, and that's going to create consistency. Okay, so take the goal one step at a time. Know that it's not going to happen overnight, and be consistent. When you're consistent, that's when, again, you also will learn more about yourself. And you also, because at some point you are going to see some results, you just have to start from somewhere. If you do not start anywhere, then you're not going to see anything because you're not doing anything. So just take it one step at a time. I encourage you to write down one thing that you can do to accomplish that goal. It's okay to start small. If one of your steps today is going to the dollar store and buying a nice journal and pen to write down what your goals are, that is one step, okay? Then tomorrow, when you get that journal, on one of the pages, you're gonna write down whatever you're trying to accomplish, and you're gonna start thinking about what would I need, what would I need to do to get this done. Then you can create a list. Then the next day, because you already have your list written down of some ideas that you have of what it would, because you have your list written down of the ideas that you have to help you to accomplish that goal, you can just pick one thing off of that list that you can manage to do that day, and that's another step towards your goal. If one step is, I want to create a blog, one step would be writing down different topics that come to mind. Boom, you're done for the day. Next day, I'm going to pick one of these topics that I'm going to write about. Okay? Maybe that day all that you had time for was to pick one topic that you'd write about. And the next day, you start, putting bullet points down to that topic that you want to write about. Maybe that day you're able to, write about the bullet points that you write down. Maybe you only have enough time just to write down the bullet points. Boom, next day, you expand on those bullet points. So do you already see that you don't have to do everything in one day? If your goal was, I want to create a blog, you don't have to create it in one day. You can take your time and spread it out over time, and just take one step at a time. And eventually, guess what? You're going to have a blog. So, yeah, that's just to encourage you to know that your goal that you have will manifest for you. Just take a step. Know that it may take some time, and that's going to it's going to require you being consistent in order for you to see that goal happen for you. So I hope that's somewhat helpful, and I know that it helped me because each of these 3 steps is what I'm doing now. I would not teach anything that I have not had to do or have done myself. So I encourage you to take that time to accomplish your goals because they're waiting on you.